It's almost E3 week or Summer Game Fest time, meaning that we're going to get a ton of awesome reveals and gameplay demos very soon. I've been keeping track of all the recent rumors, leaks and news here in these Sunday videos, so let's give an update on everything that is going on right now. Because some unannounced games I predicted a few weeks ago or that we touched on before here in these Sunday videos have now been as good as confirmed, but also things that I thought would totally be there are not going to show up. Marvel seems to really go all in this E3 with at least the 2 new games. We know what to expect from Ubisoft, and I also want to touch on what I think Sony will do during or likely after this Summer Game Fest event. So as always, thank you for tuning in to the Sunday Jorgameshow. We'll of course answer one of your questions at the end of the video as well regarding Harry Potter this time. A like on the video would really help me out. And let's go. Okay, let's start with the Guardians of the Galaxy game. We touched on it many times before here on the channel, actually one time during a question at the end of the video. We had some substantial rumors last week, and well, now Square Enix themselves confirmed that on June 13th they will be serving up a world premiere from Eidos Montreal. We see the image here from the event, where they also note that they will show Babylon's Fall, a DMC style game from Platinum. The new Life is Strange game, which will of course launch in September, will also be at the event, and the Black Panther DLC from Marvel's Avengers 2. We also had rumors about Final Fantasy Origin. We discussed that last week, which should be a Souls-like Final Fantasy game by Team Ninja. Maybe that's another thing they will reveal here, although it's not on the announcement card. Final Fantasy 16 is also missing, so it seems that they're mostly focusing on their Western games. Going back to Eidos, because Jason Schreier quote tweeted the Square Enix stream announcement saying that it looks like Eidos Montreal's Guardians of the Galaxy game will be at Square's big E3 showcase this year. He of course wrote this article I showed you before, where he noted that Eidos was working on a Guardians of the Galaxy game, and this was all the way back in January 2017. And actually Eurogamer wrote about it back then too. They noted that back at Eidos Montreal, a small team is currently aiding Crystal Dynamics' Avengers project, and Eurogamer has heard in the early stages of production on the second Marvel game based around Guardians of the Galaxy. The project will be led by Eidos Montreal. So January 2017, they were already in early production. Good to note is that Eidos Montreal shipped Shadow of the Tomb Raider in September 2018, but still this should mean that they have been in full production on this Guardians game for almost 3 years now. So of course there has been COVID, things have slowed down, but still, they should be pretty far along. My prediction is that they learned from Marvel's Avengers mistakes, and that will be more a narrative-focused, drop-in, drop-out co-op game without all the live service elements that we see in Avengers. I don't think they want to try that again. So yeah, we will know more on June 13th, and I will of course be covering the game here on the channel. It seems like we will get at least one more Marvel game announcement very soon, and I will touch on that in a moment. First, some sad news, because we will not see Dead Island, Saints Row, Metro or Time Splitters at the Koch Media E3 event on June 11th, or any other E3 event, period. And I was like really sure about this, many other people with me, reason being that Saints Row 5 and actually Dead Island 2 as well is planned to launch between April 2021 and March 2022. Then announcing it here at their own E3 event makes a lot of sense. So yeah, maybe they pushed it to like Gamescom opening night live in August. We will see, but seems like we have to wait a little longer, sadly. We will be getting the Battlefield 6 reveal though on Wednesday, June 9th, and rumors are that it might also show up at the Xbox event on June 13th. Battlefield of course usually has the marketing deal with Xbox because PlayStation gets exclusive content with Call of Duty. One day before the Xbox show we have Ubisoft, and they now announced their full lineup. We got a trailer as well, and I think it's good to keep our expectations in check here. Because normally Ubisoft does one E3 style show per year, but now with Ubisoft Forward, they're likely going to do another one in September or October, meaning that they won't reveal everything here. We will have a 1 hour long pre-show with the latest news and upcoming updates from For Honor, Trackmania, The Crew 2, Brawlhalla, Watch Dogs Legion, and more. And then the main show will happen immediately after that with a focus on Rainbow Six Quarantine, the co-op zombie Rainbow Six game, which will be revealed here. So this will be the first time we actually see it on June 12th. And it will have a different name, of course, too. Far Cry 6 will see another blowout, which might be the first look at co-op, or maybe they already revealed their post-launch plans here, or just a new amigo next to Chorizo or Guapo. I will totally take that too. We of course learned that the game will launch on October 7th, and I also expect release dates for the Rainbow Six game and for Riders Republic, the extreme sports game from the Steep creators. They will also spend some time on that during this event. And maybe you already saw Valhalla multiple times in that Ubisoft Forward trailer. Well, that is because they note we will also receive updates from live titles such as Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Rainbow Six Siege on their upcoming content. So that's pretty big, mentioning Valhalla next to Rainbow Six Siege. Don't expect any other Assassin's Creed announcements at this event. I really think it will be only Valhalla related. And I will go a little more in depth on what I think they will show in a future video, which will be up really soon. As for other Ubisoft things, they note plus a few additional surprises. I think Mario plus Rabbids 2 is a safe bet. Ubisoft was the biggest third-party publisher on the Switch last year, so I think they want to continue that trend. And the original came out in 2017 and was, I think, a huge success. So I think that could be at least one of the surprises. But I think the key takeaway is that the titles that I did not mention here that are already announced, like Skull and Bones, which was of course delayed, Beyond Good and Evil 2, the Prince of Persia remake, the new Star Wars game, those games will not show up here. The Avatar game, I can go on. Only the titles that are like going to be out in the next few months will be at this event. Sure, maybe something for 2022, but mostly 2021 focused stuff. And also the Division free-to-play game should get its own moment, just like Roller Champions. So we should not go in with unrealistic expectations, and then maybe Ubisoft might surprise us in some way. The same, by the way, regarding Elden Ring. We should not expect it, but the chances are totally there that it's going to be at Summer Game Fest or E3. We now got multiple people, including Jeff Grubb and Souls Hunt, who talked about that Final Fantasy Origin game. Like, they are all saying that it's coming during Summer Game Fest, a trailer for Elden Ring, so that would be on June 10th. Would be really huge. In a previous Sunday video, I already touched on the fact that we should get several new game reveals from Firaxis this year, the creators of Civilization and also XCOM. Well, seems like one of those new games is an XCOM style Avengers game, as GamesBeat now confirmed. And this following a leak of upcoming 2K games, so that would then be a tactical turn-based strategy game, but with like Marvel heroes. It should be very interesting. This 2K leak also mentioned codename Fold. Cthulhu meets Saints Row is the description, and it seems to be the game from the Mafia 3 developers, Hangar 13. I think that sounds very interesting. Open world sci-fi title with supernatural elements. And we already talked about this in a future of Mafia video where I touched on Hangar 13 and how they're working on this new IP instead of Mafia 4. And this really kind of sounds like Infamous to me. Maybe Infamous Festival of Blood is kind of the atmosphere they're going for. I'm really curious about this game. And we learned that Take-Two will have a presentation on Monday, June 14th. So maybe this is where they tease this game already. Or they could just focus on that Marvel XCOM game or other 2K games instead and save that Hangar 13 reveal for later. I will at least be watching. I'm totally curious about what they will do. Nintendo also revealed their E3 press conference for June 15th, 40 minutes long. Still no Switch Pro announcement though. Rumors are that it's still going to be shown before E3. Time is running out, so will be interesting. And then one big console maker that is of course missing from the E3 Summer Game Fest sort of blowouts is Sony. Like, what are they going to do? Sure, their logo is part of the partners for Summer Game Fest, but if they just drop a Ratchet & Clank trailer during the kickoff on June 10th saying, hey, the game is out tomorrow, then yeah, that's not like what we kind of want from PlayStation, right? We did get a ton of news from PlayStation this last week, though. You likely saw it. God of War delayed to 2022. No surprise there, but it's coming to PS4 as well. We actually discussed that in last week's Sunday video. Got a question about that. I predicted PS4 as well. So, on one hand, kind of sad that that came true. I want a PS5 exclusive God of War. But for people who are like unable to find a PS5 or want to wait, it's of course good news that the game is coming to PS4 as well. We'll likely discuss all the Sony news we had over the last couple of weeks in an upcoming big Sunday video. Gran Turismo also coming to PS4. Horizon, of course. Still not sure if they're gonna launch that this year. But yeah, apart from Horizon, and again, that could slip to 2022, we don't know what else Sony has. So I totally think they want to do a big summer event. Another reason being that some games like Deathloop, Ghostwire Tokyo, Forspoken, Final Fantasy 16, these third-party PS5 exclusives that we're usually seeing during these state of plays, they have no other way to go. Like, I don't think during the Microsoft Xbox showcase they will talk about Deathloop because it's a PS5 exclusive, while they of course own Bethesda. So these games are in weird situations. I totally think Sony has to talk about them. Maybe not in June, but in July. And also, if Xbox puts up a huge show, Starfield looks amazing, Halo recovers, it looks awesome now, they have to respond to that. And a God of War trailer during a state of play in the summer would of course come a long way. So I totally think they will do something. Not in June, maybe in July. Really hope so, because I'm really curious about that. But yeah, let's focus on these next couple of weeks instead. It's overall exciting that everything is like in mid-June now and not throughout the whole summer. We do have EA Play on July 22nd, but I think that's the only outlier so far, and then maybe Sony will do something later as well. I'll be live reacting to most events here on YouTube. We'll have countdown timers up as well, so hope you will be along for the ride so we can watch these shows together. Let me know which show you are the most excited about in the comments down below. And of course, you can also ask a question in the comments down below, which I then might answer in the next Sunday video. The next Sunday video will likely not be next Sunday, because that's like in the middle of E3. Might have some other videos going up then too. So it will likely be the week after that, where we kind of recap E3, talk about the biggest announcements, and maybe some new rumors we heard about future things. So keep that in mind. Last week I got a question from Paladin Headshot Shot. That's really his name. Is the new Harry Potter game going to be at E3? And I saw actually many questions about this, so wanted to tackle it. The game was of course delayed from 2021 to 2022, and it seems like Warner Bros. Dedicated E3 event will be only about Back 4 Blood, the zombie Left 4 Dead type game from the Evolve creators, and also the original Left 4 Dead creators, which is coming out in October. So that's actually what the official Summer Game Fest Twitter account confirmed. So I don't think Warner Bros. Will be like big time at E3. They really seems to like show Back 4 Blood. Maybe the Lego Star Wars game will be there. I'm holding my fingers crossed for Gotham Knights, but because Hogwarts Legacy is like further away than even Gotham Knights, I would not expect it here. I really think they're gonna maybe hold it for another PlayStation event. It was of course revealed during a PS5 showcase, so maybe they're waiting for Sony to do something first. So don't expect it during these next couple of weeks, maybe later in the summer. But if I really had to bet, I think they're gonna like showcase it again next year and then have like a release in October, something like that. That's my prediction. Totally subscribe for way more E3 coverage, more of these Sunday videos. Again, I got a ton of videos coming your way, and we'll be live reacting to most of it. A like on the video would really help me out. And in the meantime, you can watch my video on Ubisoft's future and how they have like kind of risky plans. Should we be worried? You can watch that by clicking on the screen. For now, I will speak to you next time. Really excited about E3. See ya during the streams, and goodbye.